As we all know, Season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen has ended, and it has a lot of people wondering what's next. So I'm gonna go through the manga chapters following the events of Season 2. We start the chapter off with the Zenin clan dealing with the death of their clan leader and the heavily injured Maki. We're also introduced to Special Grade 1 sorcerer Noya Zenin, who hears about the critically damaged Maki and just disregards it with no care in the world. Then we can see the traditional and sexist way of the Zenin clan. Maki may be pretty, but she's unacceptable. She doesn't know to support a man. Any woman who can't walk 3 steps behind a man should get stabbed in the back and die. In that respect, Mai is great. She's got the same face as Maki and is just as boxing. Though she acts tough, she knows she's a woman. We then see some samurai guy getting mad at Noya for being late. We're then introduced to a special grade 1 sorcerer, Junichi Zenin and Ogi Zenin. We see Noya not giving a fuck that Nabito, his father by the way, is at death's door after Joko burned him to a crisp, being very cocky that he's gonna be the next head of the clan. Noya getting criticized for being so happy while his father's dead. Right now your father's on death's door. Sorry, but that doesn't matter if I come or not, because the next head of the Zenin clan is me. My older brothers are all losers, and you, my uncle, haven't amounted to much despite being his little brother. His daughter is out of the question. As for Jinchi, well, your face is no good. Too bad you and Toji's places aren't reversed. Jinchi tries to attack Noya because he insults him straight to his face, but then Noya dodges it with ease. Ogi then goes for an attack on Noya because his pride has been attacked. Noya responds with, "Please, Daddy's hovering at death's door. Why can't we all get along?" Then they're interrupted by a messenger who breaks the news of the Zenin clan's head's death. Everyone seems kind of upset except of course Noya, being the son of the leader and obviously pretty strong at a young age. He's most likely to be the leader, so he just smiles. Then the messenger is directed to read the will when Noya and Jinchi, once both, are present. The messenger then says, "Master Nobura Zenin, the head of the Zenin clan, has just passed away. I, Ferde, am in possession of his will. According to Master Nobuta's wishes, I am to read the will when Ogi Zenin, Jinchi Zenin, and Noya Zenin are all present. If there are no objections, I'll read the will now. The 27th head of the Zenin clan is to be Noya Zenin. Noya is to inherit all assets, including the cursed tools stored in the Tokyo Prefectural Jujutsu High School and the Zenin family curse warehouse. Upon approval by either Ogi Zenin or Jinchi Zenin, Noya may take over all duties. However, if Satoru Gojo has died or become mentally incapable for any reason, a written agreement concluded with Toji will welcome Megami Fushiguro into the Zenin clan, whereupon he shall become the head of the Zenin clan and all assets shall be passed to him." As you can tell by these chapters, nobody really likes Noya. As we see even like the messenger staring him down like, "Oh yeah, you're fucked." Noya just responds with, "What?" Noya is visibly pissed at the outcome of this decision, with our girl Megami now being the head of the Zenin clan. Noya knows that nobody disagrees with the decision made by the head of the Zenin clan, because Noya is just so unlikable, so Noya then declares that he will be hunting down Itadori and Megami, killing them both. In the end, those two are weak. They'll prefer some brat they barely know to me, so they won't do anything. Where is Megami now and what's he doing? I don't know the details, but it appears he is searching for Yuji Itadori in Tokyo. Who's that? Sukuna's vessel. Then tell the higher-ups that Noya Zenin will kill Sukuna's vessel. I'll kill both of them. Tokyo's become a realm of demons now. It doesn't matter when or how people die. I'll work it out after I kill them. After all, I am the head of the Zenin clan. Noya is absolute bonkers. I kinda dig that, to be honest. We then pan to Yuki apologizing for not joining the fight sooner. She hints the fact that she's not on anybody's team in the matter. The situation had reached a point where I thought I should temporarily just keep an eye on things. Have you realized? I'm not necessarily on your side. I'm just a humble beauty who wants to eradicate cursed spirits from the world. By way of apology, my comrades and I will take responsibility for delivering those kids who were there. It's about time I confront Tengen. We then see Yuji sitting on the stairs alone, reminiscing to this moment with Gojo. Yuji then has this really depressing monologue. It's really sad to hear Yuji like this. "Yuji, how are your injuries?" "I'm good. Somehow, despite being hit by a backflash. I think that's because of Sukuna. I can tell that his strength is growing. Yuji, don't worry about me. You can return to Jujutsu High. I have to collect the remains of Shoso and the others anyway. I'm not worried about you. The problem isn't whether I want to return or not. Sukuna has planned something involving Fushiguro. Besides, I killed too many people. Who's to say that someone you save won't kill someone in the future? I can no longer stay with everyone. Are you fine with it? I also killed your little brothers. It's fine. That was just a misunderstanding. If Iso and Kenjutsu were in my place, they would say the same thing. It isn't about forgiving or not forgiving. Brothers are just like that. Let's go. Right now we have to take care of as many cursed spirits as possible." We start this chapter off where we left off on season 2, with Yuji clapping his hands trying to draw cursed spirits in. Badass panel from Yuji, we love these. Yuji leads the cursed spirits to Choso so he can take them all out in one fell swoop. And with just all these panels, we can see how much Yuji has really grown since the beginning of Shibuya. Choso then destroys all the cursed spirits following Yuji but one. Yuji then destroys the cursed spirit with absolute ease. Choso then compliments Yuji's growth in cursed energy control and physical prowess. Incredible. He'd already impressed me with his power when we fought. Since then, he's added finesse, fluid control of cursed energy, along with unreal physical strength. He's now a demon god. And he still isn't fully recovered. As impressive as ever, little brother. Are you still calling me that? I'll keep calling you that over and over. Try to recollect after all. Your father had stitches on his forehead, didn't he? Choso thinks Yuji and him have the same dad, but little does he know Kenjaku is getting it from the back. Yuji has that dog in him. Just in that moment, Noya shows up looking for Megumi. I don't see Megumi. Am I the first one here? Who is that? Was he talking about Fushiguro? Is that possible? Is he that slow? What are you two doing? You totally stand out. Don't you want to run? Your death sentence is back on since Socho's support is gone. My business is with Megumi, so honestly I don't care if you live or die. But I can't have you scampering around, so I'll start by breaking your legs. What do you want, Fushiguro? I think I'll have him die. But it'd help if he wrote a little something first. Noya tells Yuji his plan, which pisses Yuji off, then he speed blitzes them. Noya, Choso, and Yuji are all getting an all-out brawl, trading attacks, hitting each other very hard, but that's just in when something creepy appears. Just then, all three of them were trapped in fear, sensing something truly evil. Gojo Sensei? No, something much creepier. Boom! That's when Yuta finally makes his appearance on the battlefield. You're not alone? And the chapter ends with Yuta finally arriving. Yuta drops down and shows strength by destroying the floor with ease. Noya's shaking in his boots, so he immediately tells Yuta he's on his side, which I don't blame him. Choso tells Yuji he's the same type as Gojo. If you fight him, you'll die. So he makes a plan to fight back Noya while he runs from Yuta. Yuji's impressed at Yuta's speed, all while holding a drawn katana. Yuta is surprised at Yuji's speed because he plans to take him out with the initial rush. Yuji is running for his life against Yuta, and I do not blame him. If Yuta cut up to him, you'd be done. Noya recognizes Choso's piercing blood and calls checkmate because he needs convergence to use piercing blood. I don't know why you have that, but other than piercing blood, it's not that frightening. And in order to use piercing blood, you need convergence, which requires charge up. I don't need to say the rest for you to understand. This is checkmate, so now you die. Do you think you could leave here alive after trying to hurt my little brother? Back to Yuji and Yuta, where Yuji's avoiding Yuta and throwing cards at him. Yuta then realizes Yuji is like Maki with their super strength and speed. Yuji tries to dart inside the building, but then a car comes flying at him. Surprise! I don't look like the power type. Despite not having much power, he has immense amount of curse energy. I'm actually on the weak side. Yuta explains that he has more curse energy than Gojo, but Gojo has a 6 eyes, which makes it so when he uses curse energy, he uses immensely close to 0. Yuji and Yuta are going at it, but that's when Yuji remembers that Todo told him about curse energy, but that can't be applied here because Yuta has curse energy everywhere around him, even his katana, so it's near impossible to predict his moves. His whole body, including his katana, is constantly surging with curse energy. The problem isn't about reading his moves, because every attack can be decisive, and he can restrict all damage to a minimum. Sorry, but I can't die just yet. Yuji's trying to figure a way to get that katana out of Yuta's hand, hoping to gain an advantage in this fight. First, I need to do something about that katana. As long as I could steal my body with curse energy, I don't feel blades. But if I think that way about this human opponent, he'll make mincemeat out of me. Yuji jumps to a car and comes out the other side with the knife. Yuta's confused on where he got that knife from, and if it's a cursed tool, but then he realizes it's not a threat because it's not a cursed tool. Yuji's trying to pump himself up and rush Yuta, thinking back to Gojo's teachings, then imbuing his knife with curse energy. Yuji and Yuta have a clash of swords, but that's when Yuta gives him a little lesson mid-fight. Yuta then kicks him in his stomach, stating that Yuji is way too focused on his katana. Yuji realizes that even a forward kick from this man is incredibly powerful. Yuta cuts him and breaks his knife with a powerful swing. That's when Yuji takes the hit and kicks Yuta's sword to the ground, breaking it with the counterattack. He broke it. Well, of course, he's Gojo Sensei's pupil. This was never going to be easy. My wound is deep, but my guts are still intact. Now we're both unarmed. Yuji goes in for an attack on Yuta, confident in his physical abilities. That's when out of seemingly nowhere, Rika grabs Yuji. What's going on here? We're just playing, Rika. Rika, what is this, a Shigami? Where'd it come from? I can't move, it's too strong. Hold them for me. That's when Yuta unalives Yuji, and the battle of Yuji versus Yuta is concluded. Sorry, Itadori. Sugin is caught off guard by this, and is interested in Yuta and Rika. Now back to the fight with Choso and Noya. We now understand that Noya and Nabito, the head of the Zenin clan, have the same curse technique. Noya right now is just dogging on Choso, but Choso has the durability of a moan whale. He's fast. I have no idea what kind of curse technique he's using, and he's overwhelming me, so I don't think he'll just choose to disclose it. Forget about conversions. I can't even control the blood inside my body. Noya compliments Choso on his strength and asks, "Who are you?" "I'm the oldest of 10 siblings. Flowing red scales. Stack." And that's where that chapter ends, so we're going to leave that for the next video. Comment if you want to see Choso versus Noya next.